Right, guys, so this is Roger. How old are you, Roger?
I'm 91.
91 years old. And how long have you been collecting Lucas spanners for?
I started collecting spanners in, that would be 1945.
45, yikes. And you've been collecting Lucas spanners since then?
Lucas spanners.
And all spanners in general?
All spanners in general.
Yeah.
That's because of my father had the first spanner on his lathe, which was a double-ended
Scola wrench.
Solar,
Which I have now in my
which
collection.
is now
with
you
me.
have.
Yeah.
That was the first start of the collection.
The reason why I'm collecting spanners is because of you bugger.
Yes.
Which selling me that double-ended one at Newark Auto Jumble.
Yes.
And then now, look at me, I've got bloody thousands of them.
You've got the largest collection in the world, I believe, and
Yeah.
certainly the finest collection. And having been in it for such a long time, I know that your collection, and the reason that I want you to have them is I know how they ought to be looked after.
Yeah, and they won't go rusty, which is the main thing. So it's quite a privilege to come and see your collection. I mean, most of my collection consists of your collection. Really, I'm just adding to your collection, really, if we're putting it straight.
But I'm delighted for you to do that.
Yeah, and your collection was the finest in England.
Yeah.
Ron's was a good collection, but yours was the finest when it was in full. For sure. And you definitely collected the longest. I think 20 years longer than actually Ron, didn't you?
I did. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, before Ron started.
And your main focus was these wonderful Lucas wrenches.
Lucas collection, but I specialised in Lucas.
And Lucas was an early British company, wasn't it?
Yeah. But this spanner here, on the end here, that one there, is the very, very first Lucas spanner, which was made in America for Lucas.
Right. And
that is the first Lucas which carries the Lucas mark.
And it was actually a US wrench originally.
It's a US made spanner made for Lucas in America.
Wow. And ever since then, they were made in the UK.
Those are the first. That one on the end is the first Lucas. That one, that end is the first Lucas one that they actually made themselves.
And these are all numbered by the age, going through to the different ages, 1930, 1931, and all the rest of it going through.
They're all in their age. As you go like this is their age.
Got you. So they go oldest to youngest in age, going through the cabinet.
And the likes of that one, if you see that says the War Department, 1944, but in fact they've used a 1920 spanner.
Wow, that's interesting. So they just rebranded to get the And not only did you collect spanners, you collected all sorts of Lucas memorabilia, which I'm going to try to display and maintain, including these wonderful plaques. Now, this plaque is a bit special, isn't it? What's unusual about this plaque here?
Yeah.
It came off the building.
There, as you see it in the middle.
Yeah.
That's off Lucas building, but it was just...
And it's made out of bronze. And it really is an important piece of the Lucas memorabilia, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you did have a massive collection. I mean, how many wrenches did you have at your peak?
I don't know, Ben.
I think you must have had nearly 3,000. I really do.
More than 2,000. I would have...
I think.
I would have at least 3,000 wrenches.
It was quite an impressive collection, really. It really was. But it still is, to be honest. I mean, even now, you still have some wrenches left, don't you? Odds and sods in different drawers. But yeah, quite interesting. And you've got 3 buildings with spanners, haven't you?
I have,
yeah, not just the one, but 3.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is your Lucas catalogue. Oh, this is interesting. Let's have a look at this. So
that's the spanner at the front there, which...
That one looks similar to the Demon, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's the Ryton, and that's the Demon.
Yeah, well, we've got that one, but that's the one I've never seen.
And is there any more in there, or is it just 2 spanners in this? Oh, there's more.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the new Cyclo.
Yeah.
And then we've got... What else have we got here? Which one's that one? That one's the Ryton, isn't it? I helped you get that one from Australia.
Yeah.
And when does this catalogue dated? Well, it's got the lamps in it as well. It must be dated quite early.
Yeah.
It's a great catalogue.
You see here that little Lucas light there.
Yeah.
There's a little Lucas light here. Can I?
Oh yeah, a miniature.
It's 19. Just, that's a 1910 acetylene light.
Oh yeah.
With Lucas written on it.
So is that a pin? Is it a pin badge?
Yeah, it was a pin badge.
Wow.
Yeah, never ever seen another one.
That is something, isn't it?
That's a rare thing.
I'm sure it is. That's quite interesting.
A very, very interesting thing, that.
And there's quite so many items in this collection, isn't it? Lucas really made a lot of things, from ashtrays with pliers to bowls. A Lucas bowl. I mean, I have quite a large collection of Baco items, but I think this is bigger. So I think you've enjoyed sort of collecting, haven't you? You've had a good run.
Yeah.
A good 112-year run of collecting wrenches.
And I'm now passing over the collection to a younger man.
Yeah, who can be burdened by this burden and mental illness for the next 30, 40 years.
Yes.
And then hopefully I can find somebody to pass the burden on to myself. So hopefully my son, if he'll play ball, but we'll never know about that one for another 20 years, will we? But yeah, he's only 10 years old.
Has he got any interest at all?
He says he's going to sell them and buy Pokemon cards, unfortunately. But he might change, you never know. If I put it in the will stipulation that he keeps them, you never know, I might get lucky. But Roger, I wouldn't be collecting spanners without you. So thank you, and you're a bastard at the same time. And thank you for letting me sort of look after your Lucas collection and try to build on it and try to find, hopefully, new examples going forward, which is really important. It's
interesting item here, Ben.
Yeah. Oh, is this the plaque? I remember this.
No, that item there.
What is that item there? A pen.
Pencil.
Oh, it's a pencil.
It's a pencil, but it's other thing.
Lucas batteries and genuine spares pencil.
But there's more to it. You've missed the most important part about it.
What have I missed?
It's solid silver.
Oh, is it? How interesting. Oh, yeah, I can see it's marked there, isn't it? Yeah, fantastic. I mean, it's quite amazing the items you've come across. But I suppose if you do collect for a long time, you will come across these items, won't you? And I will look after them, and I will do my best to maintain them and whatever else.
That won't shut with that, though. You're not.
Well, I'll make sure I put it there then. But yeah, Roger, thank you very much for all your collecting, and you've preserved a lot of British history.
And thank you very much for buying them and looking after them.
I do my best, and I try to share them with people all over the world, and let them see what sort of items did exist and has existed.
Yeah.
And with yours and Ron's collection, especially yours, I think it's a real help for the future.
It's one of the finest collections in the world now you've got.
Yeah, and it's probably the greatest collection of English items for sure. Yeah. And that's a wonderful catalogue, isn't it?
Yes, that's a nice catalogue.
It really is.
Here we are. That one. There's that one. That's the Demon.
Yeah, it's a Demon. It's a fine spanner, the Demon, and that's a wonderful example as well, with really crisp writing.
But
really nice.
The writing, which is this one here, is a very poor specimen.
But it's the only one known.
It's the only one known.
And we got that from Australia, but you can clearly say read writing on it.
Another £1,000.
I know. I remember the chap we got it from in the US, in the Australia. Lovely man, though. But yeah, so thank you, Roger. Let's sort of load the car up now, and when I get home, I'll display it and I'll send you pictures, and we'll work it. All right, Roger. Say bye to everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Right, guys. So we're back from Roger's wonderful collection, and now kindly, it's my wonderful collection. Roger was saying that he got his first spanner in the 1950s off his dad, and he's been collecting heavily since. And Roger's one of the main reasons why I collect them in the first place. He's a wonderful man, and he has a wonderful collection. And here are some of the gems from his collection, just a few of the ones I got from his case. Now, this one here is a new Cyclo, but I found this one and I gave it to Roger a while back, and it was the best spanner I ever found, and I've just got it back, so I'm delighted. It's the only one of its type in existence, an extremely rare spanner. It's a type of this spanner here, the Cyclo, and obviously they had different versions, and this is the first version, second, and I think there's a third. There's a wonderful Demons, 2 of them. This one I already had, but this is a magnificent example with a magnificent condition. This one he picked up the most recently and he found was a great score. These are extremely rare spanners, extremely rare. As he was saying in the video, this Lucas was the first one, and it was from 1892, and this is the first one. Most of them are around 1896-7, and this one is an American design, but it was rebranded for Lucas before they made their own. And these 2 I helped him get as well. He got them off a collector in Australia, and he paid £1,000 each for these 2 wrenches. He always wanted a Ryton, and he always wanted a favourite. And in the past, I made videos if anybody had one, but nobody did. I found a wonderful collector in Australia, and he offered him £1,000 each for these 2. And fortunately, when I bought Ron Giesing's collection, which I've not showed you much yet, he had a favourite in his collection. So there's 2 favourites. What they're stamped on opposite sides of the wrench, and this one says 1 and this one says 2 on it, I've just noticed. And these are the only 2 known in the world. Roger looked for more than 50 years trying to find this wrench and could never find it. Because every one looks like a King Dick, and he just could never find this wrench. So quite an amazing collection. He also gave me a catalogue, which is a reprint. And they've got the Lucas Ryton in here. This catalogue, I think, is 1897, the original. We've got the Cyclo here, which we've got one of those. Let's show you one of those. Here we go. So here is the, what's this called? The new Cyclo. And it's in the, this is part of this set. There's the 3 versions just here. And this catalogue is a wonderful catalogue of tools. And it says here, I think the catalogue was 1897, printed 1898 and 1897. So 120 odd years. And they didn't make a lot of these spanners, so they're exceedingly difficult to find. And they're quite plain, they don't stand out much, so people don't really think too much of them. But there we go. Here's some of the great examples. Now I'm going to put them in the drawer, and we can have a look when I've put the drawer away, and we can see how that looks. Right guys, so I've put them in the drawer now. Now this is actually Ron Giesing's collection of Lucas spanners, my collection and Roger's collection combined, and it's a significant proportion of the Lucas spanners in existence. As you can see, at the back we've got Lucas plaques. This is an actual solid bronze plaque from the Lucas factory itself, and here are the dealers' plaques they would have in the showroom. I quite like this one. It's quite a fascinating design with some sort of homemade caliper on it. And we've got the ones in the boxes, which are always nice to have. And then we've just got an absolutely magnificent collection of memorabilia. I haven't managed to fit it all in here, but there's quite a selection of different types. But this is Roger's lifetime's work, and obviously Ron's lifetime's work, and my 4 years of searching as well. And it's quite an honour to get these wrenches, but I have to say it has been an expensive month this month. I think I shall be having a detox next month, put it lightly. But anyway, here's the little badge, the little Lucas oil can badge. Really, really cool design. So yeah, I thought this was quite an interesting video. Hope you enjoyed seeing Roger, and hope you've enjoyed seeing just a part of his small collection. I should have done a video when he had his whole collection together. It was quite something. He did a wonderful job of displaying them as well, with great display cases. All right, thanks for watching if you got this far. Have a wonderful day. Bye.